Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to EPIC43 with Intel. You are here on the Starcraft 44. I've got 43 on the mind. What can I say? EPIC44 with Intel. You are here on the Starcraft 2 stream. My name is Bollard, and I am joined by the one that only Hart again.
That's me.
It is you.
I'm
How
back.
are you doing, man?
I'm back for more Zerg. I can't wait.
Yeah?
I'm doing
It's
well.
the only reason you came back on stream, isn't it?
The first series was good. It was actually a banger. Yeah. I don't know if you saw it. Magico played random.
Yes.
And then got Zerg, so it was ZVZ, and then he got Protoss, who had a ZVP. So
nice.
It was good. It was a good series, yeah.
And speaking of bangers, we've got a hell of a match. So we just went from a Gerald game, which Optimus played very valiantly in, put up a good fight, but it was always going to be a tough matchup.
Yeah.
And now we've got another of our two big hitters. We've got Raza versus FIGARO.
Yeah.
Now,
so I said we're going to try and get this one on stream, and someone said to me, that's a classic. That's a classic LAN matchup.
It is. It is.
Good to
They've got a lot of history from playing together in uni days. They've been playing each other for years and years now. I think they know each other pretty well. FIGARO obviously probably in the hotter form. Raza has dad duties these days, so you know he's dad Raza now. He's not.
But I think if you asked Fig, he'd
EPIC champion
"Oh
Raza.
no, I haven't played any games since last."
Yeah, he's probably lying.
They always say this. So.
Yeah,
we'll see. I
you
think
you can't
we're
trust
favouring Fig.
You can't trust the TSI guys.
Yeah, you can. I think in general you can't trust Starcraft.
Yeah, actually, most Starcraft
they're always
players,
hiding their power level. But yeah, I think if you ask, I don't know. I think Fig will say that. They both say that Fig is slightly favoured in this one.
Yep.
But I think
but there's a chance to see Game 3 in this series, though. Like it should be pretty close still. Yeah, they're both really good players.
Tends, from his long history playing against Risky for a long time, he tends to like pull out tricky builds and like mix things up, and he's not afraid to proxy racks. I saw him proxy racksing yesterday. So like, there's options and there's definitely things that they can do.
It's not like Raza hasn't had enough practice against Zergs at Epic LAN, even if in this LAN it's pretty Protoss heavy.
In the grand history and like the millennia looking back. Oh yeah, there's been a lot of
TVC for Raza. I mean, Raza's been kind of the long-stay Terran representative at Epic LAN. We don't get many Terrans here. We're missing out on Gamer Richie. Miss you, bud.
Yeah. He made it to last LAN.
He did. Yeah. Also got dad duties, so understandable.
Comes for us all.
Yeah.
Although it does say that he's online right now, and then he went offline.
He's been online and offline a lot.
He was on. He's potentially on BattleNet. Not trying to dob him in. Listen, if you're Gamer Richie's boss,
his last match was 21 days ago.
Yeah, it's okay.
But he won.
There we go.
So fair dues.
He did do quite a bit of winning, actually.
He's been smashing the ladder. He wouldn't expect anything less from the guy. So I think the players are currently going through their vetoes. So to kill some time, let's open Pokemon packs.
This is the peak of
This is the peak of LAN content. I mean, your LAN profile picture is still the shiny Uxie that you opened about 5 LANs ago.
Probably a peak.
That was a pretty insane moment when you caught that live on stream. But because of your luck, I'm going to get you to open one of the Dialga. What are they called? I can't even remember what the packs are called.
Dimensions or time or something.
Time dimension rift. I don't know, but long story short, we have.
It's in Japanese. It's not that we can't read English. We can read English.
Yeah, it's literally in Japanese because I'm an idiot and I wanted to collect the cards in Japanese. So we've got a Dialga pack here. We're going to open.
Click the blue bit.
Yeah. Can you try and let me keep it centered, and then you can try and.
I'm so bad at mirrored.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then you're going to need to pick which one you want. So assuming we get server, we do get server. So you need to tap the pack.
So I have to like.
Yeah. If you just.
You've
turned it backwards. Yeah, if you like that one, you can have that one, and we can open it backwards.
How do I pick a different one?
You have to swipe near the edge of the screen. Just find one that takes your fancy.
This one.
Yeah, we're liking that one. And then you got to rip it. So we're gonna get it nice and close to the camera.
Okay.
And then you can rip that, but you need to go higher up than this. There you go. Try that, and then you got to start from the edge of the side. It's a lot easier to catch Pokemon. All right, so we got a Rotom. That's a lawnmower, pretty sick.
That was decent.
Not what we were looking for.
Rotom cut, right? That's the grass one.
What else have we got? We've got. I can't even tell what that is.
Hang on, tilt it this way.
Oh, it's
Motham.
Yeah.
Rock Motham.
Yep. Your Metapod
Nosepass.
Kakuna equivalent, a Nosepass. Big Nos lad, just like me.
Trainer Dawn?
Is that Leaf or Dawn? Yeah, it's Dawn, I think. And then
is
the rare for the pack. We've hit Roselia. Well, you win some, you lose some on an Epic LAN.
Roselia's
and we didn't win on that pack, but hopefully we're going to see a winner in this series between FIGARO and Razabladder. Razabladder? That's a new one. We won't. I think that's why he dropped the Blader part of his name. Really, you don't want to be called Razabladder, do you?
Yeah, Raz is it's cleaner. It cuts through. I like it. It's good.
For sure.
And it fits with Zane as well. They got a whole whole rebrand.
4-letter names.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Yeah. I have a 4-letter name, but you don't.
No, I do Brad. You can call me Brad.
That's true.
We'll shorten my name to Brad for this LAN.
Yeah.
And we'll get into Raza v FIGARO.
or ball, or
Ball with two
Ball.
L's. Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, ball.
something.
But
Don't
we're
know.
in. We're in on Frostline LE. Would you like to introduce our players, please?
I'll do the Zerg player
Go on
spawning in the bottom left of Frostline LE, playing for Team Starcraft Improve. It's up there in the runnings for worst team name in the UK. So no offense, just saying.
The logo kind of slaps.
In the purple, I think purple's signature for this player, who is FIGARO.
Whoop, whoop. And then in the top right-hand corner, former Epic Land champion. I think FIGARO's won an Epic Land as well, actually. They're both former champions, aren't they?
to win,
Yeah. So two former Epic Land champions, but this former Epic Land champion plays Terran for Red Dragons. He is Raza.
It's true. Red Dragons in the red. It's got to be done.
Yeah, another classic color. I feel like, yeah, Zerg's got to be purple. Terran's got to be red.
You think? I like the green Zerg.
Green Zerg's okay.
And then you get like the Mega Banelings. They
Yeah.
just feel
Really
like they hit
chunky green
different.
boys. Chunky
I
green
find the
boys.
purple. It's okay. The classic is red versus blue, but I feel like then it has to be blue Terran, right? In the campaign, the Terran is blue.
Probably,
Maybe.
yeah, probably.
This is a bad time to mention I'm colorblind.
Are you actually?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
colorblind?
I'm quite a rare one, which is red weak. Most people that are red-green colorblind are green weak, but I'm red weak.
But it is a red-green
It's
situation
red-green,
still?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Well, I can assure you neither of the players are green.
Oh, that's good.
We could press the button to make them
Apart
red
from
and
this
green,
one?
and if it just upsets you,
This
it
one
would
that's
upset
brown.
you. Did you like the brown player? Which brown player do you prefer?
This is it. So, yeah, I was doing a lot of like research. They do like a
In
lot of
colourblindness?
colorblind research
Yeah.
at uni. So I was like they pay me, but they basically pay me to bully me.
Yeah, they pay you to tell you that your eyes don't work properly.
Yeah, this is it.
I think my eyes don't work properly, right? But my problem is with blues and blacks. I cannot distinguish between blues and blacks very well. Like I'll tell my wife, "Oh, do you like this blue top that I've chosen?" She goes, "That's black."
It's black.
Yeah, and it's really frustrating. And I can only tell when I hold it up against something that's obviously blue or obviously black. And I've done like a bunch of color blindness tests, and it just keeps telling me my vision's perfect. So I think I'm just being gaslit by color blindness tests because I swear my eyes don't work right. Or by my wife, which is actually more likely. Yeah.
It's always the ones you least expect.
Anyway, so this Reaper's going to make its way on into the natural, your classic TVZ opener, and it's going to see if it can get anything done. Grenade there just makes that drone unhappy, but the Queen repels it for
Yeah,
now.
so this was actually an interesting opening for Fig. It was 15-15, so you do the extracted trick to get to 15 supply and then take the hatch. But what this means is he's actually skipped Lings and just gone for 2 really fast Queens, which actually like dissuade the Reaper without having to make Lings and do a weird dance around. It's just because your hatch is slightly quicker, but it does mean that your gas and then for Ling speed is slightly later. It's not a huge deviation, but it's nice to get like a really fast economy out.
Yeah,
When
he's
you're
already
playing
got a
against
third
someone
out
like
now,
Raza,
right? So
it kind of works. Did actually make the Lings to send them across, that's good. Oh, it can be really annoying and just block the buildings. But
Oh yeah, I was just wondering why the Reaper was coming home, but I guess it's just in case these Lings turn out to be too much trouble for the SCVs to handle.
yeah,
but
and
they're
it
gonna
does
get
actually
cleaned up.
quite significantly delay the land on the factory, so yeah, that's
Very
cool.
nice.
That's not bad. Bad little, I don't know what you call it, moral victory? Heroic victory? What was it?
Pyrrhic victory is quite different, yeah.
So yeah, I think Fig kind of leans into these styles quite a lot. We've seen even when he's playing like ZVZ, he leans towards like 2-base roach play, kind of like roach push, that sort of thing. So when you're playing 15-15 like this, you tend to do what Fig is doing, which is to skip Link speed and go into like quicker roaches. And we saw some like roach pushes and like queen drops and that sort of thing behind this when it first started to get popular. A lot of poke on the Reaper, but he does pull it back just in time.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow reaction there from Raza, but he gets the job done, gets that Reaper out alive, because you need that hit squad, you need the Reaper with the 2
yeah, it makes it
Hellions
a
to
lot
get
more
anything
powerful.
done.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it gives you a lot of utility, and even eventually, like as the game goes on, you can run it into the main and sack, like check what he's actually up to in the main.
Pick off creep tumors, you know, all of that kind of good jazz. So is
Saves you
he
a
getting
scan.
any more Hellions, or is he just sticking it? No, he's getting 4, right?
I think, yeah, it looks like 4. He should go up to more because it's a Banshee play. So yeah, and he may even mech. I saw him playing mech yesterday, so
Ooh, exciting.
we could see mech behind this. But
That's not Raza's
yeah,
usual
there's
style,
too
is it?
many. Could be mech if he switches these around. We'll see.
Raza is the guy, the Marine guy, right? Like, I feel like traditionally...
Let's see. I feel like it's this is now like a 2-1-1. Yeah, his Stimmer's on the way. Then he's going to put this here and make. Okay, it's not. It's
going
3
to build
racks.
2 more Raxes.
Yeah, this is listen, I'm not doing well on the calls, but I'm right. It's basically a marine push.
I'm right
That's the
anyway,
idea.
guys. Trust me.
Basically, even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
Damn straight.
It's like a marine kind of marine heavy push play. Basically, it's fine. It's a little bit more involved than like the 2-1-1, which is like a earlier drop play.
Yep.
Instead, it's going to be like a stim timing, basically. He does need to be careful here, does FIGARO, because these Hellions are kind of like lurking and moving around, so he needs to be careful that his roaches aren't out of position. When you don't have like speedlings like this, it's actually really rough to like dive on the Hellions and make sure that they're not going to get loads of damage. You have to be like really positional with the roaches. So he does lose a queen there. It's not great. Not a good start. And a tumor as well. Nice from Raza, actually.
Yeah, really sniped that well.
I feel like he could have ignored these queens and dived over here, or even like, probably not through the middle because of the wall, but yeah, not bad damage, definitely, but he could get more. And like the roaches mean that the Hellions don't scale later into the game, so like you don't really need to keep the Hellions around. He might if he wants to go for like a Hellbat push with his Marine push. But
is it worth getting the tech for that?
For the Hellbats?
Yeah.
It's kind of incidental because you need it for 2-2.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
right.
so it's only the armory that you need to add. So like when your 1-1 is finished, you're going to be
might as well turn
1-2
them into
anyway.
Hellbats
So
anyway
like
if you still got them.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go in with these Banshees, but Fig has been playing really queen heavy, which technically got nerfed. Oh, I said I wouldn't talk about the patch. Technically got nerfed because of
no, let's go deep on the patch.
Queen.
I want to know all your thoughts.
Let's not. It technically got nerfed because of the queen cost increase. So like if he made 5 queens, they're 25 minerals more expensive.
Yes.
So that's not insignificant.
Ooh,
It's
might
nearly
have to make a
another
roach
queen
here
of cost.
if he was paying attention, but she's not.
Yeah, it does circle around with Hellions
He's
again.
pushing with the
Another
Hellions on the
tumor,
other side of the map.
Yeah, he's going to...
Might even get the queen if the roaches don't get here in time. Great.
Yeah, there's a transfuse actually, but he does lose it anyway. Yeah, Fig could have transfused and kept that alive.
That's some good value from the Hellions, as you said. Probably just going to look to trade those off as we go on into the rest of the game.
Yeah,
Armory is now on the way.
Roaches like this. Like even, you know, we were saying about the Hellbats and that sort of thing. It's like, yeah, it's slightly more value, but also realistically, against roaches, you don't really need the Hellbats either. They're slightly more tanky, I guess, but yeah. So it's like looking like a kind of tank marine push. There's the armory come down now.
Yes, yeah, nearly finished.
But it's obviously like mostly lining up with Stim was done, combat shields will nearly be done, so then it's like pushing
There's
out
a
a few
1-1
tanks
timing
and
as well.
Yeah, and 1-1.
Concussive shells on the way. So yeah, looking like he's going to get a timing going here with all these upgrades coming in at once. Do a little pokey poke, see what he can get done. Banelings will be finished on the other side though, so...
Yeah, it's been interesting. So it's kind of like the long way around to playing Lingbane. You play roaches in the early game, and Fig now like preparing for drop play and that sort of thing. Must have scouted this.
Yeah, he must have.
I guess when they were killing the Overlord, he saw like medevacs and that sort of thing, so he was
Raza's
just
going to bail on that.
extra prepared. But yeah, still going to find damage. I think it's really easy with the medevac, I think, to like weave through and find a little bit of damage. Just get 2 workers, why not? Doesn't cost you anything. So like, yeah, not a little bad poke from Raza, but in general, Fig's been pretty unperturbed. He's up to now 4 base. He does have like Lingbane tech. I don't know that he got Baneling speed, so he doesn't.
It only just finished, so yeah, he wouldn't have had time.
Yeah, but he also now has like Ling speed done, so like all roads lead to getting Lingbane eventually, but kind of the scenic route around to it. And yeah, he's now going like ranged into melee upgrades, but like mostly it's the carapace that helps in these sort of spots.
Do you think he's going to be able to cancel the 4th?
Yeah, absolutely.
5th even?
It's really low, like it only just started, and Fig's way out of position. Like obviously he's now going to scout with these.
Can snipe a few Overlords maybe as well.
Yeah, the DPS on these Marines is so
high. The Marines
high.
are actually moving on. They had other ideas. Where are they going?
Going way too deep. This is a mistake.
Yeah, they've gone really deep onto creep here.
yeah,
He's going to actually lose quite a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine to do if the medevacs came with, but the medevacs are chilling over here, so he's going to lose a lot. Doesn't end up getting the cancel on that with these 2 Marines anyway.
Did he A move and expect to get stopped by the hatch and just missed it?
Yeah, or he didn't know that the base would be here at all.
Yeah, and didn't expect the creep to be that far out.
Here. Yeah, but he could have scanned and taken this creep, and I think that would have been a really nice play. But
yeah, he must have been distracted by something else.
In general, like, no flame, but Raza is kind of a slower player. Kind of show the APM. Like 200 average is not slow, but like it's on the slower side. Like 250, 300. I think Clem is probably like 350, 400. So like, you know,
crazy.
He has twice as many actions to mess around with than Raza does. But it's fine. Fig going to sack some roaches now onto the 3rd. He's obviously going for these really fast ultras. This was a style that Cyril started playing a little while ago, where it's like the roaches get you through the early game and give you a big like eco lead. So you can see in this case, Fig up 10 workers and was really quick to get to really high numbers of workers. But that means you need to lose the roaches because they're just so inefficient. And then in that kind of meantime, you switch into to fast ultras. So there are a few ultras on the way. Isn't it amazing that something so big can pop from such a like teeny tiny egg?
A lot of questions to be asked.
With the upgrades coming behind this, Adrenal on the way. Don't know that he got Bane speed. Yeah, okay, he did in the end. So he's going ending up like the long way around at +2 Ling Bane Ultra, which is a good comp to be on. And the Ravs I like a lot as well. They give a lot of utility.
Big fight in the middle here.
Yeah, off creep, and with the Ultra stuck at the back.
Not how you want to take that fight with the tanks sieged up. He did kill quite a few of them, and the Hellbats were kind of trapped behind the Marines, so they were not really tanking like they should have been.
Yeah, it started nicely because he kind of caught him unsieged. These are, by the way, like unupgraded Ultras. They don't have the chitinous plating yet, so they're actually really squishy.
Just the squishy Ravagers left. There's a chance to stim in here and get a lot of damage done.
Good snipe on those tanks behind this, though, and with the Ultras popping behind, I think he should be okay.
Watch out for the biles. Manages to kill his own creep tumor by accident. You hate to see it.
Yeah, it always happens. These Ultras are, again, slightly nerfed. Oh, I have to stop saying that. They're bigger and slower, so like there's less surface area.
How can making them bigger nerf them? Let's be honest. Bigger is better.
Yeah, you're so right.
Yeah,
that's
you didn't think that through.
You drive a Mustang, right?
Yeah, sure, I wish.
Yeah, bigger is better. That's true.
USA. USA.
They're more scary. That's we can spin it.
They certainly do look intimidating, and those Marines and Marauders didn't think much of them.
Yeah, they are going to have to get out of here, and every Terran player says like, as soon as the Ultras come out, I can't play on the map anymore, so we should see, hopefully, Raza start to play in kind of a more defensive position. It's going to be
How many tanks does Raza even have left? It feels like they all got decimated in the previous fight, and there's not a lot
many.
here.
There's one up, both of them, in fact, are up here.
There's only 2 left.
This is not bad, though. The SimCity was actually really helping Raza there, because a bunch of the DPS went onto a supply depot. These again are like actually they do have the speed upgrade done now. They're so slow though with the nerf, but yeah, we'll see. I think they're still in a really good spot for Fig, and he's gonna like kind of really efficiently trade the Ultras and then keep like the Ravs alive behind.
Yeah, he's protecting the squishy Ravagers pretty well here, and they're going to keep raining biles down on all of the SCVs and medevacs. And the supply is dwindling for Raza now.
Yeah, and behind this, Fig's economy isn't touched, and Raza is going to start to lose workers. In general, like you start to see the Ultras derp out, like hitting a factory and kind of getting kited and eventually dying. But
10 workers have gone down so far in this fight. 16 to 6.
You could start like Baneling run buying over here and like really being a pain. Behind this, obviously, Fig has another base that's actually fully mining, so like he's starting to power up. And when you're the Terran in this spot, when you don't have like libs out and ghost tech and all of those sorts of things like done, this feels really claustrophobic basically, because the whole map you have like really little impact, and the Zerg has the whole thing and is mining everything and just kind of swarms and runs over you in this spot.
So as you said, the Baneling run by is happening in the bottom right base for Raza right now. Meanwhile, some Lings are going to flood into the top left base, although they've been distracted at the moment, and that Planetary Footwards did not have much of a chance in that fight. Sick
Ultra killing the gas. Once again, really big fan of the Ultra AI. This drop kind of flew in and then ran into this Spore Crawler and ran away again. There were Lings up in the top as well.
Yeah, those Lings finally did run in. They got distracted by a Marine for about 5 minutes and then finally remembered that their job was to kill SCVs, and they have succeeded in doing so. I've just realized we don't have Game Heart, which is why I don't know how many SCVs are dying.
It's a lot. We were on 16 kills, now we're up to 45. So
I think that would be why he tapped out there at that point, and that is GG in favor of FIGARO for game number 1.
Yeah, we end the game with 90 workers to 28, and mules are good, but they're not that good. And I think Fig will be pretty happy with. So I'll just check which map we're getting for game 2.
Yep, Fig will be happy with how he played in that game for sure. You're absolutely right. Raza, kept it even for a while, but it kind of, that fight in the middle of the map didn't go well, lost a lot of tanks, and then really after that point was just behind. Can you ask for Game Heart if they're able to? Just going to get on into map 2 once FIGARO is ready with the map.
I sent a single K. That always feels mean to me. Like K. It just feels like...
If you put like a full stop afterwards, K dot, I think that's brutal.
That's rough.
If anything, I think saying OK is worse.
Do you think?
Yeah. If you type in OK, like just the 2 letters, that's brutal.
But do you think OK, like OKAY is...
OK's a bit happier. Okay. A bit more friendly.
I'm a KK guy.
KK's friendly. Yeah. I like KK. KK slider, top
careful
chap.
Though.
Yeah, if you press it the wrong number of times, you're in big trouble.
That's rough.
We don't want to talk about that.
Okay,
Things we do want to talk about, though, is the sponsors of this event.
Yeah, absolutely.
ROG, providing us with awesome monitors and various other bits of tech for many years now.
Yeah.
Fantastic sponsor of the event. Intel, of course, for the main sponsor of EPIC44. I remembered this time.
Yeah.
EPIC
It's
Land
February,
44 with Intel.
Brad. It's February.
Is it?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Because 43 was not in February. 44 was in February.
The year is a construct.
2025.
Oh,
you're on the Gregorian calendar. I
don't believe in February anymore. And also shout out to Overclockers as well. They've got a really awesome booth here with loads of sick PCs that you can win as a raffle. If you're here at Epic Land, go check out the raffle. Go buy some tickets. See if you can win yourself the really sick gaming PC. They've got a 5070 Ti in that, the brand new graphics card that came out this week. Absolutely not.
Am I not allowed? Actually?
I'm pretty sure staff shouldn't be allowed to enter that.
I'll check.
Yeah, we'll double check the rules. We're not going to do anything illegals over here. All by the book.
Absolutely.
And speaking of the book, FIGARO is about to try and throw the book at Raza and clean up this series 2-0. We've only had 2-0s so far today, so let's introduce the players.
Oh, yeah.
On stream.
You are right. Yeah. I thought Magico might have taken a game. I misremember. Spawning in the bottom right, in fact, of Whispers of Gold, playing the purple team, Starcraft, improve. It's FIGARO.
And then in the top left-hand corner, our Red Terran down 1-0 in this series, looking to fight back against his Zerg opponent. It is Red Dragons, Raza. We've got a lot of Raza fans in the chat as well. Shout out to Wiseman, as we mentioned earlier.
I personally am a big Raza fan.
Yeah, everyone's a big Raza fan at Epic Land. And Lilypad as well, enjoying the Pokemon on stream. It's a classic at this point for Epic Land to have a bit of Pokemon on stream.
There's not an event. For the past few things, there hasn't been an event. The one that when I caught the shiny Uxie was like the Gen 4 event, so it was like Uxies and Palkias flying everywhere. It was mental.
Yeah, the Palkias and Dialgas are in Pokemon TCG.
See, I think I might have to get Pokemon TCG.
You should get into TCGP. It's good fun. It's good fun.
Do you do the battles in that or no?
You can do. I do the AI stuff because it all comes with rewards. The online stuff is a bit coin flippy. There's some degenerate decks, as I'm sure you can imagine, that people run. But yeah, you just got to stay on top of the meta, find out what's broken. At the moment, it seems to be Cyrus, I think his name is, one of the trainer cards. Just really messing people up. Allows you to pull your opponent's bench Pokemon back to the front. So injured bench Pokemon, so you can finish it off. So if they like retreat a Pokemon that you're about to kill, you can be like,
execute it.
Yeah, wipe that guy out.
There you go.
But yeah,
you learn something every day. It's 15-15 opening again for Fig, which we kind of talked about last game. And
if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, I think it's a style that suits him well. It's like a stylistic thing that he's like keen on. So that makes a lot of sense. And then again, pretty standard from Raza. Just expanding. Reaper gonna come out. It's all normal. I don't know. I would like to see him proxy or something, but I don't know that Fig dies to proxy, to be honest. I would die to
I've got an important question for you, right?
Yeah.
If you move the camera back to the mouth of the natural.
Here?
Yeah. Zoom out a touch. Yeah, so these tire marks down here, what do you think made them?
See, that's a good question. Because they're too wide apart
Hellion,
to be a Hellion. And tanks have treads, not tires.
Yeah, they don't have
and these are clearly tire marks.
So what was it?
Hang on, is there like...
is
there environmental storytelling? Is there like a car crashed over here somewhere?
That would actually be pretty sick. There's a skeleton in the geyser, which doesn't make a lot of sense.
There, and a really mean cactus. What is this thing?
But like there's a gas station symbol as well in the place you're supposed to put your base.
Kind of makes sense. Does it?
Some sort of car theme going on. Maybe it's like...
this one's a Wraith.
Oh, well, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It's a bit Mad Max, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
There's like cactuses, the desert.
I'll take that.
There's another car crash over here.
Yeah, but like there should be a car here.
Yeah, smashed into that bush.
Like all the way off the thing. Adverse camber, or is it this way?
Yeah, perhaps it crashed.
Remember that map with Ewoks like chilling off the edge?
Oh man, I miss that map.
Yeah, I've forgotten the name of it, so I don't miss it that much. But
been playing a lot of Enshrouded, the kind of survival game.
Oh
and there are enemies in that are just giant Ewoks. They're incredible.
Are they like scary though, or are they like kind of weak?
They're mid.
Okay.
They're mid.
Okay.
They're not the worst thing you can
shape.
run into, but they're more scary than the raiders, the dudes.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
So this was a bit of an interesting one. Fig actually pushing across with some early roaches. It's like mixing it up where you open the same and then quickly get roaches instead of like slowly, gradually getting roaches.
Mm-hmm.
Raza dealing with it quite well. Like as the Terran, it feels bad not to like transfer your oversaturation and start mining than that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, he's up to 3 CC. He's getting the orbital on the high ground. So like in general, he's kind of in an okay spot. This Cyclone, should push these roaches away.
So do you think it's a Cyclone? They have wheels.
Do they have wheels or do they have tracks?
They have wheels, right? They're independent. Also, they kind of can move, right? So they're a bit narrow here, but they can expand.
Yeah, they do
when
expand.
They turn. So
That's true.
it was possibly a Cyclone. That's my best guess.
I think those are tracks though.
On round things, there's a fight happening in the main.
Oh,
battery,
those
but
are.
It's fine. We'll just ignore the fight.
Alright.
We got more
That's
important things to do. I mean,
Those are
how are
weird.
they individual
Those
if they're track? They do look like tracks, though.
They're tracks.
But they're on
But
wheels.
they look like similar to these tracks, do they? No.
We're asking the hard
We're
questions here
doing
at Epic Land 44.
CSI tire print analysis.
CSI SC2,
We will get to the bottom of this.
my favorite series of CSI. Did you ever watch NCIS? I feel like NCIS
No.
secretly slapped.
Do you know, I kind of watched Silent Witness,
Okay.
which I feel like that's better.
I've never tried it.
It's pretty bleak to be honest. It's similar, but it's like British and
Oh, if it's
Like,
British. Christ.
bleak
Yeah,
and
yeah. No,
a bit
sorry.
miserable.
Sign me
bit
out of that
murdery.
one. We got the Folk
Anyway.
Banshees on the way again from Raza, not deviating too far, but the speed's a lot quicker this time from Figaro, right?
Yeah, and he kind of kept most of the roaches, his early roaches, alive, and instead going for like a Ravager Ling play, which I like a lot. That can work really well. Like the Lings help to like trap all of the units in, so you just land easy bios on them. Raza sending the Banshee straight across. It doesn't have cloak, which means like aggressively it's not that strong, but defensively it's really good. So
He's
like
gonna
if he
need
knew,
it.
he would bring it home.
I think he's going to need it defensively soon. There's a double army supply lead. Figaro's down on workers. It seems like he's going to try and hit some sort of timing here. There's 16 more Lings on the way. This is a big attack coming.
Yeah, this is all in as
Raise
hell.
the deep.
Depot not up. No scout on any of this. Lings surround. Bios don't even need to come through. Those are dead. Lings are on
Please
this. I
raise the
don't know
uppers.
where
Yes,
Reaper
okay.
is, where Raza is looking.
We
but
raised the upper depot. It might be able to be held. There's so many SCVs going to die. The mules, they don't want to live either.
the problem is, like, Yasha cut workers heavy to get here, but he's going to kill more workers than he cut, and
he's
behind
building
this he's
12
droning.
drones.
Yeah. So all said and done, from that attack at least, that's a whole mineral line 24 gone.
Yeah, and he's now 20 workers up as a result.
Raza's getting 1-1 behind this. It's like, yeah, okay, as long as you think those NG bays are actually going to survive, and I do not happen to think that. Even more trades onto the Marines are going to come through, and this is a bad
He would
start.
also require Marines for 1-1 to be useful.
Yeah, and he currently has 3. Even more work is going to go down through this. 25.
A little bit of a
total.
sloppy game from Raza here. It's a bit of a shame to see.
Yeah.
Not really able to show the best of his ability, unfortunately, in this one.
Yeah, ultimately it was no Hellions means he doesn't have like good map vision, good map control. He had the Reaper at home. He didn't even lose it. He just didn't like have it out on the map and wasn't kind of looking. And against someone who doesn't have Ling speed, you kind of can play with it more aggressively. And then the Banshee went like kind of unluckily down the left side of this map. If it had gone like he's doing now, straight through the middle, or scouted the Lings, and he could have like maybe put up bunkers or pulled back from the natural and like held the main.
Yeah, even
pulled
just
the
being able
Banshee
to,
back would
even
been
just
really
being able
good,
to raise
but
the supply depot a bit quicker
Yeah,
would have made
yeah.
a difference as well in the fight.
Yeah,
in terms of
absolutely. Yeah,
holding.
absolutely. Or like re-walling behind it, even he could with
Yep.
like But in this spot, no, I don't think he actually saw the Spire even on this one. That's a little bit unfortunate. So it's looking probably Muta behind this. If he's going, Ling Bane upgrades. So yeah, Muta Ling Bane kind of follow up for Fig. Don't hate that at all. I think that's fine. It can kind of like trick the Terran, because if you've shown Roaches, they're like, oh, he's playing Roaches, and then you show up with like Muta Ling Bane, it can be kind of catch them off guard.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at this point, I feel like because of the work glut and like Figaro spot in this game, he could kind of do whatever he want here and kind of pretty much be okay.
He is certainly chilling
Yeah.
at the moment. He's got some Lings out on the map, going to split those and see if he can get any more damage done. I think Raza's aware to it this time.
Yeah, he's going to force a lift on this for sure. Moves like this are really nice where you can like, the Terran lands this CC and then they like spam a bunch of mules and then you run in and just kill the mules. So like that can feel really good. But
Yeah, timing could have been nice, but didn't quite work out for Fig that time.
actually 1-1 did finish. So yeah, the 1-1 Marines, but
All 6 of them.
there's a few over here. A little bit too far on creep, and these are going to be able to get us around. You need to be careful here not to like too much damage or lose too many Marines, because when the muters come out, they can clean this up. Raza actually kind of all in with this, where he's pushing like even more units across the map. But I don't think there's enough here, to be quite honest. Like these Banes are going to be slow, but Fig can kind of pull the Mutas in and be pretty okay here. Like you never want to fight with the Mutas, but this isn't enough Marines to really threaten the Mutas, so he's going to lose one. But
when there's more than one Muta per Marine, you're not in a good place.
Yeah, it's at this time that I'm like, if it's my opponent, I'm like, you can leave, that's fine. Like I have more Mutas than you have units, it's fine. It's over. But you know, I don't fault Raza for like giving it his all and showing the stream his best and trying to, you know,
trying to find a way back into the game.
Yeah,
right?
You never know. Also, I think he only played like 2 ladder games before this, so it's technically still his warm up.
Yeah, this is a warm up game. Yeah, for sure.
If we're being generous. Anyway,
either way, strong showing
from
FIGARO, definitely making a challenge for that. You know. Well, is it #1 spot in his group? He's not in the same group as Gerald, right?
Yeah, they're on the other side, yeah.
I think Fig was the #2 seed in the tournament, and looking like it so far.
Yeah, it looks really good in this one. Kicking it off early for these players today. Fig obviously played Molten. I think we might try and grab the replays for that and try and get that on stream.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Raza proving stubborn, doesn't want to die easily, which is fair enough.
The supplies actually aren't that far apart. If you're talking about workers, he's only 10 behind now, which is quite impressive given where he was before. He's relatively even on army, so if he plays defensively, he probably can hold on for a bit longer. So I don't know, has FIGARO been expanding a lot? Yeah, so he's got up to 5 bases against 3 now. So I think that's where FIGARO's been putting his attention, is just trying to get further ahead. Yeah,
and he's still going to be able to like chip damage with these Mutas and get like little bits more of value. Actually, he's making more Mutants. I don't love that because like these 1/1 Marines are dealing quite well, and that's good reaction speed, but bad for Fig to keep like bleeding off these Mutas. It's really unfortunate. Like I feel like there are better units to finish the game out here. Like Ravs might be okay, or like I don't know, Ultras again, Swarm Host or something. But yeah, it's going to be the Muta play out of Fig. It does give you a lot of map control, and it stops you getting dropped, which means you do get to like drone really nice and hard behind this, which he's obviously going to do.
For sure.
2-2 finally coming through.
Yeah. Exciting times. Zerg a little bit ahead on upgrades as well as being ahead on bases. Going to be able to start using that lava soon.
Another Muta going down. Lost quite a few this game actually. 7 total. It's pretty expensive.
What's the resources lost looking like? Sorry, I didn't see. You know what? Given how
this is bad. Fig's been bleeding these off.
Given how on top Fig's been, it's quite surprising that Raza hasn't got more loss there. But just shows he's being efficient. Not had as much to work with though. He's been quite well contained up until now.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to clear some creep and start to push through the middle. Does need to be a bit careful here because there is like surround potential, especially with the Mutas. They can come in and try and like snipe the tanks basically.
He was doing a good job baiting him into the extra Marines, right? Just split off a few, led the rest back to the tanks. The reinforcements, however, are going to get picked off for free.
Yeah, but these are like small little marginal gains. Like Medevac and that are nice to snipe, but a lot of pressure now coming through onto, I guess, the 5th base for Fig. But this is rough. He does not want to take that fight with the Mutas. Is going to now flood through with the Lings. This is going well for Raza, you know. This is not a good trade for Fig at all.
Yeah, weird to take it under the Medevacs, right? Because they were just healing all the Marines up infinitely.
Yeah,
there's like a Medevac per Marine there.
Yeah, I think he's trying to like get the pressure off of this base, but it is going to go down anyway. These Mutas have really not got much done. I don't love them. They were really expensive in this game. Another one going down.
You know what? It's a valiant effort from Raza. You know, we said maybe you would have expected him to tap out, but he's holding on and he's putting up a fight, which is good to see.
See, Terran just do not die, so fair enough. Total lost 19 meters now. That's a lot of resource. Let's see what he can do. There's just so many Banes here. I think we're up to like a Bane per Marine, almost. Very almost, yeah.
Yeah, Fig's been just sitting there, just building Banelings and Banelings, and now he's going to use them to try and clean up absolutely everything. Huge explosions coming in. The tanks are dead. The Marines are going to be next, and only the Medevacs will get out of this one alive.
Yeah, and this map is actually quite short, so like that was the middle, but now we're straight into Raza's 3rd, and this is going to end up getting Bane bombed quite heavily, I think. Let's see if it can hold on. Like, really not the best Bane hits, and like the Sim City is helping Raza out here, something huge, but now they're going to get onto the workers. I think we're going to be up to like 60 kills all said and done, but still Raza kind of holding.
Raza with the army lead, because all the Banelings died. I guess technically the economy is in the toilet.
Yeah, this is the problem. It's like at some point the Zerg, you know, through the Mutas got so much map control and couldn't get pushed for so long. Raza got out and, sniped a base and did some damage. But behind it, Fig just had such a big economy, he was actually just pumping Lings of Bane. So, like, eventually he just kind of overcomes.
I mean, does Raza even have any minerals left in his natural at this point? Like, what are we mining?
It's
not looking good, bro.
Nearly done. Yeah, it's rough. There's actually a lot of medevacs here, so the Marines are relatively strong. And they have got 2-2, but against Banes, it doesn't help that much.
I mean, Figaro's already rebuilding his 5th. He's very unlikely to lose this base as well.
Yeah.
And the Lings are going to clean that all up very handily.
Quite decent trades with the libs, because there's not that much here now that the mutas have all died. But I think Fig is going to clear this one out eventually. And he can afford to take really bad trades. Supplies are deceptively close, though. That said.
The Queen's going to die.
Yeah, he could have transfused it. He's been lazy.
Oh, he's going to get both the Queens! Go on, that Liberator being an absolute hero. The Baneling trying to kill it from the ground. I'm not 100% sure that works, but it gave it a good go anyway.
And another one.
How many kills has this Lib got? 21
and a lot of them are Banes and Queens and all sorts.
19 health.
Big actually getting baited into making more mutas just to kill that one hero Lib. So we end up with 26 meters dead, and I think he made.
Can you show me the resources lost again one more time? The total must be mad. Oh my god. 2-to-1 ratio. Sorry, that's not quite right. My maths is off there.
Yeah.
3-to-2 ratio. There we go. Got there in the end. Still pretty crazy. Pretty crazy for a Terran that's been behind all game. Not even that far behind on supplies. Working with 31 workers, and mules are carrying him through this game at this point. Let's be honest.
That's for sure. Really nasty Bane hit. These are slow Hydras. He's like taking really good trades, but like
he's built Hydras to deal with the libs, and the libs just don't care either.
More Lings across, so we up to 60 workers lost yet.
Nice,
70.
Nice.
Let's go. So now we're pulling workers to try and clear out, what is this, 4 Marines actually? But they're 2-2 Marines, they're super soldiers.
Raza should just build more Liberators. Like, apparently Figaro has no idea how to kill them.
They are good units. I mean, yeah, no
like
one
does. Corruptor maybe might have done the job, but no,
spore,
let's build more mutas. Yeah, or burrowing a spore there actually is probably the big brain play.
So, I don't know, this one's getting closer. 20 workers from Raza.
Oh yeah, they can't target buildings, can they?
Yeah.
Rip.
These Lings are going to clear out the last few of these Marines. This putting the lib on the ramp is a genius move, because you can't bury the spore on the ramp.
Oh shoot, that's a great idea.
There's actually a lot of workers not mining because they're actually chilling in the corner over here, but the economy is still like relatively much better for Fig. But this game was rough, It wasn't clean at all for Figaro, and that's not kind of where he wanted to be, not after the first game.
Is this game over? Like, I know Raza has 18 workers, but Fig is rapidly dropping, and he doesn't have much of an army, if anything, to do here.
I think Fig's going to have enough.
Like
when he pulls everything together.
Like, to me, this is a no-brainer win for Fig, but so far he's been conspiring to throw, I feel like.
He's been trying his best.
He is trying to grasp defeat from the jaws of victory here.
Here's my call. Spend the gas bank, make a load of infestors. Spam fungals and everything, roll the
You mean mutas, right? Of course. Gonna build more mutas.
It's the 40th muta that's the one that gets the
how
value.
many have died?
34.
34!
It's too much. It's too much.
You don't build 34 mutas, I'm sorry.
Not if you're going to lose them all. I think there were more workers dying. There was like another 2 Ling run by or something. Big pressure onto the, what's this, 4th, 5th maybe?
Okay, this could be the final fight. We see all of the Hydralists pushing in under the libs. Will they be able to clean it up before they all die? Yes, they're doing an absolutely handy job of it, but the Marines are still alive.
Yeah, and he needs kind of more frontline Lings and Banes to come through. The final Bane reinforcements are going to take that out. With this tank going down, I think this is the end. Maybe we call it here. Or maybe not. Maybe these 4 Marines are the ones that are going to win it all. Yeah, I mean, it's rough, and like if we look at the units lost, it's not gone well for Fig in this game. I think even, losing a lot of workers himself, obviously. Raza losing just a few more, but...
Just a few more. Just double the count.
A lot of this is just, like, inefficient of your tech unit trades. Like, losing this many Lings, that's fine. You can lose, like, 2-to-1 Ling to Marines, but losing the Banes... no, you're always going to lose Banes, but losing the Mutas and the Hydras... It's not it. It's not it.
And then GG was called. Figaro taking the series 2-0. We said in the first game, Figaro looking really sharp. Game 2, less convincing, but he gets the job done.
It's the muta control, when you're not like super practiced, and you're not on your own setup, the desk space is smaller, and it's all about the mouse. And
you've got a CS2 player behind you screaming in your ear.
Yeah, reminding you.
Nothing like the comforts of LAN.
Yeah, this is it.
The creature comforts.
So it is going to be a 2-0, nothing but 2 zeros on stream.
Nothing but 2 zeros on stream.
but doesn't tell the full story. And, you know, Raza being himself and also Terran, right? He's sticking in there. He's being plucky and
I think he was right to stay in that game. We said, you know, he could have tapped out, but there was a chance. We got some replays here of some of the action.
Yeah, without
from game
our
number
voice
one.
over it, so this is nice. I don't have to hear myself. And, you know, in this case, it's like leveraging that huge eco lead. You see it's like twice as many workers in this case, and it's
the ultras is a much cleaner game.
Ultras is easy. In this case, the workers are closer, pulling the mutas into fight, and he just kind of bled them off the whole time.
Yeah, and the
Apart from not
mutas
there.
just about getting the job done. Seeing a big cleanup in the middle of the field here.
It's not. It's tricky. It's not the way that you want to play. It's not the way you want to play the mutas. You never want to pull them into fight. They want to be like harassing and dancing around.
Yep.
Actually, the Terran staying on 3 base makes the mutas relatively weaker because there's less kind of area to hit.
Yeah, you want.
And ultimately, at that point, it's like, don't make mutas. Just make Roach Rav or Ultras or Hydras or Lurkers.
Yeah.
It's something that will fight up, like straight up better, and like just help you finish out and end the game. Yeah.
Do you think FIGARO was trying it out, like seeing, can I make this work, and decided to stick with it for the long haul, just to kind of gather data, if you like?
I'll tell you what the Zerg mentality is.
Yep.
You're like, oh, I'm really far ahead. I can play cool, fun units, like mutas. So then you put the Spire down, and then you're like, this is why I never play mutas. Because like in a game where he was really far ahead, and then he played mutas, it was close. If it was close, and then he put a Spire down and played mutas,
You would have lost.
you lose.
Yeah,
So it's like, you're like, oh, my favorite unit, I'll make them. And then that's the way you throw the game.
Yeah.
What I did a few years ago is I stopped making mutas, and every time I wanted to make mutas, I made a Hydra deck, and I made Hydras. And my MMR went up like 400 pretty quick. Because I was like,
That's the big brain
they're
play
just
right there.
not good units.
Just a bad unit.
I just forced myself.
Well, we
not
won't
to
tell
make bad
Kaz.
units.
It is their favourite unit, so we won't mention that on stream again. Muta's good unit, and I think we're going to have to leave it there and go to a break. We'll be back with more StarCraft 2 action here, EPIC44 with Intel in a moment. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys again in just a moment.
Don't go anywhere, stick around.